Welcome to the CIRCUS podcast, a podcast for lost individuals. If you're lusting for debauchery, I'm your clown, Nano, and this is the CIRCUS. It feels good to be back. I fucked that one up. All right, let me lower this down a bit.
Shout out to the babysitter.
Oh, shit. All right, so today I'm going to give a call to a... Just listen. You just give it a, you know.
Hello?
Oh, welcome to the CIRCUS, sir.
So,
Let's rewind it a bit. You did you get a chance to listen to the episode that I did when Sosua?
no, I haven't listened to anything, dude.
And
I only listened to the one where it was you and your friend in DR.
that's what I'm talking to you about.
Oh, yeah, listen to it.
And what do you think about that?
It was cool. The first 30 minutes was garbage, trash, but it was just because it started abruptly. I know why, but when you were first listening, you don't know what the fuck's going on, and then but you get into it a little bit later on. Once you kind of discuss it with him and disclose what you're doing, then it picks up. Overall, I liked it. It was good. It was funny, entertaining.
Yeah, like I said before, he didn't know I was recording, so that's why it came out like that. And I said this before, I normally edit that kind of audio out before I put an episode.
Yeah.
Did you listen? You didn't listen to the one we did with Pat, right?
No, I haven't got a chance to listen to that one.
All right. Okay, so let's talk about that phone call. How do you feel about that?
Nah, it was cool, man. First off, having a listener, check in and chop it over with us. That was pretty dope. I was limited, but from what I was in it, it was cool. I mean, it seems like a dope dude.
Yeah, Pat, thank you for that again. That was cool. Now let me read two messages to you. All right. So the first one says, "I fucks with the pod heavy. Can you hit me with some of those Telegram, WhatsApp links so I can look at some butt naked hoes?"
Nice.
That's from one of our listeners. He hit me up. About I guess the day after we did that episode. After I uploaded that episode, Pat.
Yeah.
That's when he hit me up. And then today I was picking up my son from school, and then I got another DM. Listen to this one. "Hey, what's up, bros? Love your guys' podcast. I'm a big fan. I'm up to date on all your episodes. On last episode, Pat, you mentioned Telegram channels or links. Can you share those?" They're using me, huh?
That's funny. The Telegram is for what though? Because that's like I know what it is, but from what I've seen, it's basically just like what do you have on it?
So the best I can describe Telegram is kind of like another WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I think WhatsApp is better, but this...
Yeah, WhatsApp is way better.
Specifically, I use it for the same thing I use my burner Instagram account, where I follow the host.
Uh-huh.
So this, you have group chats and women promote their
OF, their content,
all
even
that
themselves.
Shit, even themselves.
That's
right.
how I know it. They basically, so... I don't know how it is in DR. I'm sure it's all the same. But in Colombia, a lot of these chicks have Telegrams because they use Telegram like OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So because OnlyFans, a lot of people don't know, but they have to. From my understanding, is it's not free for them. They have to pay for that.
Really?
That I could be completely wrong, but from the information I've gotten, because I've asked, like, why don't you just do OnlyFans?
Right.
And they're like, no, because they have to pay, and then they have to pay. I think it's free, but if you want your contact to move, you have to pay.
Well,
you feel me?
For OnlyFans, the website taxes them when they go to withdraw their money.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they have
So
to pay.
with Telegram and WhatsApp, okay, you give me money through Cash App or whatever, however you send money, and then I'll send you the content through these
directly.
Right.
Yeah. So it's basically their way of doing OnlyFans without using the platform OnlyFans.
Right. So
that's how I know Telegram.
Because I interact with a lot of these whores.
Yeah.
This is for the listeners, not you. Ways that you can send money for content, or if you want to link up with them, because some of them require or they ask for a deposit. You could use Western Union, you can use PayPal, Cash App. Some of them have Zelle. For Puerto Rico, they use something called ATH Movil with a V, and the Dominican Republic uses Jubilee. That's like a Cash App.
Yeah.
So
PayPal's your best bet, though.
Yeah. So on my Telegram, now I haven't shared this with you because you got your situation and I'm not trying to fuck it up. So
yeah.
On Telegram, I have found a plethora of these group chats in different areas. I'm talking Russia, obviously Colombia, Costa Rica. I found a couple groups in Jamaica, and so these guys, I don't know who the organizer is, but this person made a website, like a link with all these links to these different groups for Telegram. So I found this through my deep dive of Tijuana. And yeah, so I went from Tijuana to a Dominican group to a Brazilian group, and next thing you know, they got organized and they're like, yo, they made this actual link with a whole bunch of links to all these other groups from different countries.
Okay.
So that's what these guys have been hitting me up for on Instagram. They'll tell me, yo, I fuck with the podcast heavy, and then they sneak in the link. Let me get the link. But I don't mind sharing that. It is what it is. At the end of the day, this is what I call. I made an episode sharing the gospel, spreading the gospel.
Yeah.
There's guys going through divorce right now, and they probably on the brink of suicide. And something like this turns it turns their perspective around, and it makes them think, yo, maybe there's something to live for.
Nah, that's a fact.
You're gonna be broke. You're gonna be struggling if you want child support and alimony and shit, but when you have your money stacked up, you go have some fucking fun.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
So
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I don't know, bro. Like ever since Pat, and I gotta thank this guy Pat. Ever since that, I've gotten to read the fire. The fire reignited.
Yeah.
And these guys are hitting me up out the blue on Instagram. I'm like, oh shit, bro.
Dope, man. For sure. You know what you got to do. You know what I'm
saying? Have you been on Instagram and TikTok at all today? Have you seen what I've been posting on the Chat Circus Instagram?
Nah, I haven't.
My man, you got to get on there, bro.
I have not.
So I think a week ago I went on Instagram, and then remember the midget that I did episode. I think we talk about her a Sanctuary City. I don't remember that episode, what number it is. But for the audience, there's an episode called Sanctuary City. And in that episode, I described my thing with the midget.
Yeah.
So I follow her on Instagram, and she went live. So when she went live, I screen recorded, and then I went in her live chat, and then I said to her, has anyone ever told you have a cute butthole? And then I got her response.
That's funny.
So then I did.
I saw that clip. I thought, that was funny.
So I did the same thing today with someone else, and I did the same thing again with somebody else, excuse me.
Okay.
So
they responded or not?
Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm posting their response to my comments. So I think I'm gonna make that a thing. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I make that a thing.
Yeah, man. Fuck it. Why not?
It's pretty much trolling, but it's content. Like that's all it is. It's content.
That's all it is, bro. Content. You got. By any means necessary, bro. I used to troll heavy on Twitter when it was Twitter, X, whatever.
Yeah.
It works. So
for the audience, I'm talking to Junior. If you haven't figured it out, Junior's in Philly. I'm in New York, and this is how we're doing the episode today.
Yeah, we gotta do it by phone.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you're making an effort, bro.
Yeah, no, I told you earlier today. I guess you were asleep, so it's all good.
Yo, I was knocked the fuck out, bro. I put my alarm, but I did not wake up.
Yeah, it's all good. So you're back. How long you been back now from the trip?
I think 2 weeks now. A week, 2 weeks.
Yeah, how you feeling?
I'm good. I want to go back out there. So okay, so let's kind of, so when I did that episode out there with my friend, his name is Baptiste, but I call him Bap for short.
Yeah.
That's for the audience. I know you know. What I did that episode out there with him, and in that episode, I was trying to get into my story, but he just kept cutting me off and he wouldn't let me fucking speak. But it was cool though. I still got good content from him.
Yeah.
So what I was saying was my okay. You want to listen to this, Junior?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
Gotcha.
he hits me up. I think when did we go? February. He hits me up the end of January, and he's like, "Yo, I want to go out there, bro. Let's fucking go." And I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, "You got any money?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm hit, bro." And he's like, "Yo, fuck it, bro. I got my credit card. Let's do it." And I'm like, "Bro, I'm not trying to, get put in that situation right now." He's like, "Nah, bro, let's go. I don't give a fuck. Let's go. I'll book your shit and you pay me later." And I'm like, "Yo, bro, I'm so it was pretty much a back and forth. And after a while, he would not take no for an answer.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, bro, let me see. If I was to go, I can't go for extended days. I can only go for maybe 2 or 3 days. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. That's cool. Just come with me. I'll go for 5 or 7 days, and you go for your little 3 days. I said, okay, cool, no problem. So we get on the phone call, and then we book the flights and the hotel, excuse me.
Yeah.
So right before my flight, my ex, she hits me up. You know who I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah.
The one that accused me of being gay.
Yeah.
So it was right before Valentine's Day, and we ended up going out to dinner. Then we go to a hotel. We have sex. I busted 2 fat loads, bro. Like I was holding that shit in.
Oh, you linked to her?
Yeah. Of course.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't tell you much anymore nowadays, bro. And I'm not throwing it in your face. I know you're busy, so I just you're living your life, and I as much as it bothers me sometimes, I had to respect it. But the fact that you're living your life doesn't bother me. What bothers me is your lack of reaching out. That's what gets me on my nerves.
Yeah, it's probably I get first of all, I'm not like sleep deprived, and I get lost in everything, dude.
So we link up, I bust my 2 fat loads, and then I'm like, yo, bro, I'm nervous because now I'm about to go on this trip. What if I don't have any more juice in the tank, No, for real. Remember when we went to Puerto Rico and you, Nelly, and my brother went and did your thing in the club?
Yeah.
And I didn't go?
Yeah.
It's because right before the trip, I had my nuts drained, so I didn't have any juice in the tank.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
So now we make our way to Sosua, and it's pretty much the same thing. It's kind of like riding a bike, bro.
How long was it since you were out there?
Almost 3 years.
Damn, bro.
It's the same game, different names.
But nothing changed, right?
Yeah, only thing that changed is the females,
Yeah, but everything else is the same. The hotel, the vibe, the restaurants, everything. The move, everything.
So over there in that area, when these people open up a business, like a restaurant, for example, it's a hit or miss for them. Sometimes these restaurants, they disappear. Like,
okay.
I guess they don't get enough customers, they don't make enough rent, so they just have to close down.
You link up with your boy while you're out there? The flip flop guy?
No. I'm gonna get into it.
Okay.
So my plane lands, I go through customs, and it's the same shit. Right before my flight, I hit up my taxi guy. He picks us up. We wait on my boy because he was like in the very back of the plane. Mm-hmm. We get into the cab. We go to the supermarket. We get our liquids, our fluids, whatever, beer and liquor and all that other shit. Then we go check in. Now, prior to me going out there, I kind of pre-gamed, which I shouldn't have done. But I need people to understand something. It's been almost 3 years since I've been out there. And some of the females you see on the street, at that moment, they look fucking good, bro. Fire. Right?
Yeah, I hear you.
So now check this out. It's been almost 3 years. So that same bitch that was there 3 years ago, she's gotten older. She's gone through life,
Yeah. Yeah.
So she's not the same from when I saw her. Life hit her.
Yeah.
So that's what it is, bro. Like that's what I mean when it's the same game, different name, like different
Yep.
faces, bro.
No, I definitely hear you. That's gotta suck too, man. Just like think about all the women out there that doing it, and they 3 years go by, and their titties aren't propped up no more. Their ass ain't holding up like it used to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then on top of that, these bitches have kids left and right.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. So then, like, they're not a top commodity no more. You know what I mean? And that's gotta hurt, bro.
Yeah. So I pre-gamed it, and this chick, she took about an hour to get to me, and then my fucking boy, he already had one. He was happy. He was high as fuck. He was like, yo, and he was hype, and he was like, yo, this bitch was good. And I'm like, damn, this bitch is taking for fucking ever, bro. So she comes, and she drank some beer, and she gave me a little massage. She sucked me off, and we did our thing. Nothing special there. But
okay.
I kept one of her. I kept the thong. I said, nah, I'm keeping the thong since you made me wait. So I got her thong, bro. I think I'm gonna start doing that now. Like just keeping, yeah. Like it's something about it. Just like keeping their thongs or underwear, whatever. It's like a trophy. I don't know.
That's funny.
Something about that I enjoy.
You did it to all of them or just that one?
All of them. So I got a few pairs of.
That's funny.
You know what's crazy? I haven't even done laundry, so they're still in my pile of dirty clothes.
Oof, I'm just the rank, dude.
I'm about to go take a good whiff. So,
all right, so that was the first one, and then she made you wait an hour, and then what happened then?
No. So she left. Like after I busted my nut with her, she left, and then I jumped in the shower and I passed out.
Okay.
So let me just say this. Look, it's been 3 fucking years since I've gone. I've gained some weight. I'm only there for 3 days. I didn't know what to expect, but I know I wasn't going to be going to the beach. I wasn't going to be going to the clubs. On top of that, my boy, he's a big dude, and he don't like moving.
Okay.
So I knew we weren't going to be in no clubs and shit. So this trip specifically was just to sport fuck, and that's it. So what I'm saying is I didn't even leave my hotel, bro. I think I left the hotel twice. Once to go to the ATM and once to go to a restaurant, and that's it. So as far as Flip goes, I was gonna go out there, but like I said, I was just not in one of those moods to be out and about. I was just like, let me just stay in my hotel and just chill in the AC and just be in the pool. And that's what I pretty much did the whole trip.
That's okay though, man. That's still a vibe, you know?
Absolutely. So okay, that night, like after I busted my first night, like I said, my friend, he ordered food. We ate. I took a nap. I woke up. I jumped in the pool, and I go knock on his door, and his door's locked, obviously. And when I knocked on his door, I heard the TV go louder. So I was like, okay, he's in there with a chick because it was Spanish. This guy don't watch Spanish. He don't even speak Spanish. So I'm like, all right, let me, so I'm outside of his room, but I'm sitting on a patio chair, and I'm smoking a cigarette.
So you're just kicking it outside his room?
Outside of his room, because outside of my room, I don't have any chairs or anything.
Okay.
So this female, I don't know where the fuck she came from. Obviously, she came from somebody's room because the hotel does not let these females in unless they have somebody check them in.
Okay.
So she left, and then she approached me. She came to me, and she was trying to, link up with me. Now, I had plans for that night. Remember, I haven't been there in 3 years. So I kind of pre-gamed with a lot of females from 3 years ago that I wanted to see back then. So one of the females, she's a bartender at a bar, and she told me she gets out of work like 12 o'clock. 12 a.m. So I was like, all right, cool, no problem. I'm going to chill in the pool. I'm going to vibe out, relax. When you get out of work, I'll see you, and, we do what we do. So now this girl, she approaches me. She's trying to, catch a sale. And I'm like, no, thank you. I got somebody coming. Thank you. She leaves, and then I finish my cigarette. Then I go to my room, and not even a minute later, bro, I get a knock on my door. And I'm like, who the fuck is that? So I open the door, and it's the same chick, but this time with a female, another girl. And bro,
Okay.
they just let themselves in my room. They just like it's the way they went in my room. It's like I called them to come over. You know what I mean? They just
they bullied their way in.
Yo, and something about that turned me on. That's why I didn't fight it. I was like, okay. So I think you can understand how that feels because you know when a woman takes charge, it kind of turns you on.
Yeah. It's no, I know exactly what that is. Yeah.
So they walk in the room, and I'm like, fuck. I already in that moment, I knew I wasn't gonna see the other chick, the bartender. So they come in, and yo, bro, they immediately start undressing. Like if I told them to do this, and I'm just like, oh my god. In my head, I'm like, yo, no, stop. I'm a virgin, but outside, I just let it happen, bro. I'm like, fuck it. Then they pull my
They were professionals. That's why.
Professional whore robbers. That's what they are. They didn't rob me, but you know the way they did it, it's like, yo, bitch, I didn't even ask for this. Why are you charging me? So they pull my pants down. They start sucking me off. They throw me on the bed, and I got one. I'm laying down on my bed in the middle of the bed. One's on my left, one's on my right. They're both on their knees. One's sucking my balls, the other one's sucking my dick. And I got my hands on their asses. And I'm rubbing, and it's just an amazing feeling. And I'm looking at the ceiling like, yo, this is what I came out here for. I came out here to get nasty. So we get into it. You know, we a couple positions, a couple switches. I'm fucking one, I'm fucking the other. And I come. I bust my nut. So now...
Yo, but the whole time you never negotiated the price, right?
No. So now I bust my nut, and I know it's coming, and I know what's about to happen. They're gonna hit me with some fucking ridiculous price that I don't want to pay, but at the same time, I got no upper hand because we didn't negotiate. So if this shit got out of hand and they called the police. Yeah,
you're fucked.
I'm fucked. I'm gonna have to pay them something and the police for the inconvenience. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right. So they you know, I bust my nut. I hop in the shower real quick. I wash off, and they're still there, butt ass naked. Not butt ass naked, but they got their thongs on, and it looks like they're chilling. And I'm like, okay, they're ready for the negotiation. So then I say, you know, how much? And then they try to hit me off with the 300, and I'm like, yo,
each or together?
No, together. I guess it would be. I guess it would be 150 each.
Yeah.
So I'm like, look, I don't have that kind of money, and I didn't ask for this. The two of you just came in and pushed your way. Like, you can't expect me to you know, whatever. Give me. I said I'll give you 100 each. They looked at each other. They looked back at me, and then one of them said, give us 120. And we're good because we understand. Like, she was nice about it. Like, she, you know, whatever.
Nah, they knew exactly what they did, and it was like, fuck it. At least we'll walk away with something instead of whatever. I mean,
right? They went for a reach, maybe, and they probably knew I'm either gonna do it or I'm gonna negotiate, and at the very least, they're gonna get at least 100 out of it, right? So I said
exactly.
So I said, all right,
bro.
Yeah,
Professional.
yo. And I'm not mad because I let it happen. And the reason I let it happen because I was kind of turned on. I was like, oh, fuck. So.
you wanted a dominant woman.
So I'm like, all right, no problem. So I go on my safe. I reach, you know, for the money. I give them their 120 each. And then in that moment, I'm thinking, and I'm kind of expecting them to leave because that's normally how this shit works. They don't leave. They're like, oh, you got anything to drink? I'm like, yeah. I opened the mini fridge. I got bottles of water. I got a 2-liter Coke. I got a bottle of Brugal. And if you don't know what that is, that's Dominican rum. And I have a few beers, Presidentes. So then they asked if they could have a beer each and then a shot of the Brugal. So I'm like, sure, no problem. So now I'm like, I'm going to go outside for a cigarette. So I go outside for a cigarette. Mind you, I haven't had a cigarette in years, bro. I don't even remember the last time I had one. But so I smoke my little cig, but I take a couple puffs because I'm like, I don't trust them in my room alone, you know? Even though the safe is closed.
Yeah. You can't ever put all trust in. I mean, you can.
You can.
Wild boy.
Right.
I've done it, but
so
I mean, I know. I hear you.
So I walk in the room and they're like, you want to smoke? And I'm like, nah, I'm not supposed to, whatever. So then they're like, oh, they had like a little roach, and they said, you mind if we smoke? I'm like, nah, go ahead. So they light it up, and then one of the girls was like, look, I got a friend coming. He's gonna drop me off some weed. Can you go get it? Because she was naked and I was already dressed. So I was like, okay.
Fucking errand boy.
Yeah. So I go get the weed. I go back. I give it to them, and they start rolling up. Next thing you know, they start lighting that one up. Now I'm taking shots. Again, I thought I wasn't gonna smoke any weed, bro. So I'm taking my shots, like, let me try to be on the same level as them with being, intoxicated or whatever. Then they didn't smoke in my room, but they went in my bathroom, closed the door, and they opened the bathroom window and they lit it up. And they told me, yo, come with us. I'm like, all right, fuck it, let me chill. I'm gonna grab some ass and titties while they're smoking. And that's what I was doing. Then they pass it to me, and like a fucking asshole, I just grabbed it and I started smoking, bro. So now I'm in
bro. When in Rome.
Now I'm in a cipher, and we just going. So now we're done. I'm expecting them to leave. We go back, and one of them pushes me on the bed. Not pushes me, but like taps me to go on the bed. So I go on the bed.
Okay.
She gets on top of me, and she pulls down my underwear. She starts sucking me off. Then the other one sits next to me, and she grabs my hand and she puts it on her titties.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? What is this? So then we go right back into it. Same situation. I got them on each side. They're sucking me off. Then the one that I finished with last time, the last round, I finished with the other one. You know what I mean? I switched off.
Yeah, I got you, yeah.
So now we're done. Okay. They roll up another fucking blunt, bro.
Damn, bro. They wanted to live there. Shit.
They roll up another fucking blunt. I'm laying in the bed. I'm chilling. One of them is on her phone. The other one, she's next to me, and I'm just rubbing her ass. They light it up. They pass it to me, and I'm like, fuck it. Then,
yeah, you already smoked out, so might as well keep going, yeah.
Bro, then we get into another round, bro. Round 3. Yo.
That's fire.
I fucked 3 times, and I was just like, yo, like.
In a span of how many, like how long?
They were there with me maybe 2 hours, I guess. I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah. Huh?
That's a lot of fucking.
Yeah, because look, I can speak Spanish. Not the very best, but I can have somewhat of a conversation.
Yeah.
So we were smoking, having conversation. I was talking to them about my life. They were telling me about their life, whatever. We were drinking. I had music playing, and it was a little vibe. I guess they didn't have work that night. Like nobody was, so they probably figured let's just chill with this guy. So they were just there with me, bro. I don't know. I can't call it. I didn't even fight to figure out why. I just said fuck it. I went with it. So now we fuck again for the 3rd time. And then I jump in the shower. They wash up. Now they start getting dressed. And then after they leave, that's when I go to Bab's room. And then that's how that episode started.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
so if you could tell, I'm fucked up in that episode. I'm high. I'm drunk. Yeah. He, at the same time, he was drinking too. I don't think he was as fucked up as I was, but you could tell he was loud and excited. Or maybe he was just high off life because he's in Sosua. I don't know. Yeah.
So, all right. So after that, what happened after that?
So after we
fast forward, you're in his room, you're chopping it up, then what happens after that?
We do the episode Trustpilot. That's the name of the episode. We do that episode. Yep. Okay. Eventually, my high goes down. I go in the room. I go back to my room, and I upload the episode. I think I told you, new episode.
Yeah.
Okay, the very next day, I'm fucking hung over, bro.
That's the worst.
Yeah, I'm bad.
And we're old now, bro. So that shit hurts.
Yeah. I'm bad. It felt like my brain was swollen. So I wake up. Bat actually wakes me up. He's knocking on my room. This guy's like, yo, come with me to breakfast. So I go to breakfast with him, and I'm like, yo, I don't want breakfast. I'm good. And he's like, all right, give me your breakfast. So for the audience, in the hotel that I stay at in Sosua is called New Garden Hotel. I've mentioned this shit plenty of times. It's nothing fancy. It has exactly what you need. What they do is complimentary breakfast. So you wake up, I think the hours is between 8 and 10 or maybe 7 and 10, but it's during those hours. You go to the front desk, you give them your room number, they give you a little ticket, and then you go to the restaurant and you sit down. The waitress comes, she gets the ticket, and then she takes your order. And then it's free. That's it. You don't got to pay for anything.
Okay.
So that's what I did. I go to the front desk, I get my ticket, I go sit down with him, I give him the ticket,
Yeah.
I order whatever he wanted me to order, and then that's it. He ate it. So now the day before, I had hit up this girl that I know. She's a Haitian girl and she does massages. So the day before, I had told her, yo, I want you to come to the hotel and give me a massage. So while Bap was eating breakfast, she came to my room and she gave me a massage. Now this, I've never been through this, but this girl made me go strip butt ass naked. Yo.
All right.
Yeah, she stripped me butt ass naked. I'm like, yo, are you gonna join? And she's like, no. So listen, in all the years that I know her, I've never fucked her, bro. I want to, and she knows this too. I want to, but I don't know what it is. She don't. According to her, she don't see nobody. She's just there to do that massage, and that's it. So now,
okay.
Yeah, bro. I think that's what makes her so appealing.
Yeah, so desirable.
Yeah, I think if I ever do crack, Lord willing, I think that's just like, all right, get away from me. I'm done.
Yeah, yeah.
So now she gives me my massage. It was good. It was all right. She leaves, and the girl that I had, I was supposed to meet, the bartender, she's blowing up my phone like, yo, what the fuck happened to you? I messaged her like, yo, I'm sorry, I'm hungover, and last night I was at a party. I made up some bullshit because I didn't want to lose the business. I still wanted to see her. So I don't know if I told her the truth, how she would feel, Gotcha. So I said, my bad. I ended up going out with some friends. I got drunk. I got hungover. My bad. And she's like, all right, am I going to see you tonight? I said, yeah, you can see me tonight. So now my friend Swagger hits me up and he's like, yo, do me a favor. Go to the, what is it called? The pharmacy and get me a box of Cialis pills. Now, I think here in the States, you need a prescription, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Other countries you don't. You just go to the pharmacy and get it.
So in Sosua, in the pharmacy, yeah, they have them over the counter. Oh, well, technically...
Yeah, you just tell them what you want, and then they just give it to you.
Yeah, technically it's behind the counter because I guess they don't want people stealing, but you know what I mean. So now I get off the phone with her, and then I'm texting Swagger, and I'm like, all right, bet, let me get dressed and let me go to the pharmacy. Now, this girl, the bartender, her schedule is sometimes 4 to 12, or I think 5 to, 1? So at this particular time, it's got to be about 1 o'clock. I don't even know.
In the morning.
In the afternoon.
Oh, in the afternoon.
Because this is the next day. Remember, I went to I got the breakfast.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
I got the breakfast for Bap. Then I go to my room. I get my massage. Now, when I went, let me try to put a time frame. When I went to breakfast with Bap, it was probably like 10, 11 o'clock. So then when I go to my room, because with the Haitian chick to get the massage, it was about maybe 11, 12, somewhere along those lines. So I get my massage, I finish, I get on the phone with her, I give her my excuse. I'm messaging Swagger. He's like, yo, do me a favor, go get these pills. So now the bartender, I tell her, I'll see you tonight after work. You come to my room, I'll be here. Don't worry about it. So I get out I'm done speaking to Swag on a message. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go right now. I get dressed. It's like about 1 o'clock, right? 1 something. You listening?
Yeah.
Okay, so I get dressed and I'm walking to the fucking pharmacy, right?
Okay.
Guess who I run into?
The bartender.
The fucking bartender. She's walking my direction, I'm walking hers, and there's no avoiding her. So she sees me and she's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, listen, I'm going to the pharmacy to get something for my friend. She's like, oh, okay. I'm going to go to this restaurant to eat she was with her friend. I said, okay, no problem. So she's like, do you want me to see you right now? I said, let me get back to my room and I'll message you. She's like, okay. So I go to the pharmacy, and Swag had told me the box that he wanted was like $30. So I get to the pharmacy and I asked him for Cialis, and this woman pulls out a box, but she says it's $54. And I'm like, yeah. So because Swag told me 30, I brought $40 with me. I didn't expect it to be, more than that.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, listen, I'll come back later because I don't have enough money. How, what time do you close? She's like 9 o'clock. I said, okay, no problem. I'll be back before you close. So I leave and then I make my way back to the hotel. As I'm going to the hotel, I have Metro PCS. I don't have service out there. So I leave my phone in the room because it doesn't make sense to walk around with it.
Yeah.
So I go to my phone and it's the girl messaging me. She's like, are you ready to see me? I'm like, all right, fuck it, bro. Come. So she comes to the hotel. We do our thing. We do our
reluctant fuck.
We do our thing. It was great. It was good. I have no complaints. So I'm like, all right. She leaves. She goes, does her thing, and then I end up taking a nap. I wake up and I'm hungry. Now the whole time Bap he's with his females. So this is one of those trips where it was like I'm here with you, but I'm not. So
I got you. Yeah.
So he's doing his thing. I'm doing my thing. I wake up from my nap and then I'm like, yo, I'm fucking hungry. So I go outside. It's nighttime now. It's like, I don't know, let's say 8, 9 o'clock.
All right.
So now I go outside. I see a guy on a motococho. I don't think he's a taxi. So for the audience that doesn't know anything about Sosua, you have taxi drivers that are in vehicles like a van or a car. I've only seen minivans. I don't think I've ever seen a regular ass car. And then you got these guys on motocochos, which is like scooters or mopeds or whatever. So I see a guy on one of those. He's looking at me. We make eye contact, and then he automatically knew that I'm trying to go somewhere. So he pulls over and he's like, "Where you want to go?" And I'm like, "I want to go to Copacabana to get something to eat, and then I want you to bring me back." He's like, "I got you, no problem." So I get on the back of his motococho and he drives me to Copacabana. I get off and he's like, I'll be back in about 20 minutes because he knew it was going to take some time for my food to get ready.
Yeah.
So I go, I make my order. He leaves, then he comes back. I pay for my food. I get back on his motococho. He drives me. I give him 1,000 pesos, which is like $20. It's like, technically, it's like $17. So
okay.
So now I go to my room, I eat, and I'm thinking I'm just gonna eat, lay down, and chill until she comes out. But bro, I had a fat fucking dick in my pants, bro. Like this shit, that my dick was hard, bro. My dick was fucking hard. So now I'm like, damn, son, should I hit up another girl and wait for her to come out? I'm like, I don't know. So it is crazy. She hits me up. She goes, "Hey, I'm still gonna see you tonight, right?" And I'm like, "Look, I want to fuck right now. Is there any way you can get like go on a quick lunch break or something and come see me?" And she goes, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Very." And she goes, "Hold on." She's like, "Hold on, I'll see what I can do." Now, for Junior and for the audience, I'm in New Garden Hotel. I'm not gonna say her restaurant or her bar, wherever she works. But it's literally around the corner. It's like walking to the corner store in New York City and walking back home.
Okay. Okay, gotcha.
It's literally like a 3-minute walk.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting on my phone for about 5 minutes, and then she messages me, "I'm outside." I'm like, okay, perfect. So I go outside. We come in. Hold on. So okay. I kind of confused myself. I apologize. I already saw the bartender. Remember, I saw her. We had set. Okay. So I was supposed to see somebody else.
So when she showed up, you were like, "Oh shit!"
No. Let me clear things up. I apologize. So okay, I already fucked the bartender. It's like 8, 9 o'clock at night. I finished eating, but I'm horny now. I'm fucking horny. So I'm supposed to see somebody else, right? But the bartender hits me up and she's like, "Do you want to see me tonight? Like, do you want to see me again, but tonight after work?" And I'm like, fuck it. Let me hit this one up. Because the one that I was supposed to see, like, this is a completely different chick. She wasn't responding. So I'm assuming she was with somebody else,
Yeah.
So now I told the bartender, I said, "Look, listen, I'm horny right now. Is there any way you can come see me?" She's like, "Yeah, hold on. Let me see what I can do." 5 minutes later, she's like, I'm outside. I said, perfect. I go outside. We go in my room, and then we do the do. We fuck, and she leaves. She as soon as I'm done, she leaves. She's like, I'm sorry, I gotta go back to work. I said, fuck it, bro. Like, no problem. So she leaves to work. She goes back to work, and then now I jump in the pool. It's like 10 o'clock at night. So I'm in the pool for a little bit. Then I get out. I go back in my room. Junior, there's a knock on my door.
So you got her in there and then another knock.
So the bartender leaves.
Yeah. You said the bartender left.
After I fuck the bartender, she leaves because she took like a quick break to come fuck me. So she leaves.
Gotcha.
She leaves the hotel. She goes back to work. I jump in the pool for a little bit. After I get out the water, I go back to my room. As soon as I get out the shower, there's a knock on my door.
Okay.
So I'm thinking it's the bartender because she left her glasses. She left her glasses in my what is that shit called? My nightstand.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's her to get her glasses. Bro, it's one of the girls from the threesome.
Yeah, these bitches are bullies.
But this time it was only one. It was just one chick. So I opened the door.
Was it the main one or was it the other one?
It was the main one. The one that fucking tried to get me before. So I open the door and it's her. Bro, she just walks in, bro.
And you let her?
What else am I gonna do?
That's funny.
Shit. So, listen, and I tell her, look, what's up? And she's like, oh, I just wanted to know if you wanted to see me. This time she's wearing obviously different clothes. Bro, she slips out of her clothes. And I'm like, oh my fuck, yo, I just fucked, bro. I just fucked. Like I don't need this. I'm good. So she tells me to lay down, and then she starts sucking me off, and I tell her this. Listen, I just busted my nut. So the way you say it in Spanish is "Ya yo saqué mi leche," meaning I just took out my milk. And she looked at me and she goes, "You did? With who?" Like she looked offended when I said that.
Oh,
but I'm like, yo, listen.
That's funny.
So she just pushes me in the bed and she starts sucking my dick. And Junior, let me tell you something, bro. I got hard. I got fucking hard.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
So
you got a pro bully in there. She know what to do.
So we end up fucking, and I cannot come. I cannot come for anything. I don't know if I made her come. I'm not gonna act like I'm a sex god, and I don't know if I made her come. But I'll tell you this: she was moaning, and it looked like she enjoyed herself.
My man, she was a professional. But yeah, I got you.
Yeah. I'm not there to make her come. She's there to make me come. But what I'm saying here
That's exactly right. That's a fact.
What I'm saying is she looked like she was enjoying my stroke. That's all I'm saying. So then I'm like, yo, my dick is hard, but I'm tired. I can't go. I cannot go. And then she stops. She's like, what's the problem? And then I tell her, look, I can't. I fucking nutted already. Bro, guess what she does?
She put a finger in your ass?
She took the condom off and then she started slapping my dick on her pussy, bro.
Oh, shit. You did it wrong. Oh, man. Okay, go ahead.
She started slapping my dick on her clit, and then she just started putting the tip in the hole. And I'm like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. And I did it, bro.
You're like the old man, like, no, don't do it. No.
So I go in raw, and I start fucking pounding her shit. Next thing you know, bro, I'm about a nut. So I pull out, and I fucking nutted the fattest nut you've ever seen, bro. This shit was everywhere, all over her pussy, her belly, her titty, one of her titties. And she was like, "Oh, you found yourself, huh?"
Yo, that was just a pro, dude. So now what do you do?
So now I jump in the shower. She jumps in the shower. She washes me. She washes herself. I dry up. She dries up. I go lay down because I'm still huffing and puffing. I'm like, so I go lay down, and then, bro, she lays down with me, and she just lights up a blunt.
Jeez. Okay.
So she lights up a blunt, and then she's like, can you give me 120? I'm like, no, not this time, buddy. I'll give you $60.
You give her how much?
$60.
Okay.
Oh, so for the audience, this time around, I did not pay my hoes in pesos. I paid them all in American dollars. I don't know exactly why, but I feel like for the pesos, you could just buy food, maybe taxi with that. You could use the pesos for the hoes, bro. But this time around, I used American dollars. Now, again, I don't remember the reason, but I've been having these conversations with Swag off the mic for years. And he's like, sometimes he just pays them in pesos because it's kind of better than he pays them in dollars because sometimes it's better than paying them in pesos. So I listened to that strategy. I was like, all right, whatever. So I said, listen, I'm going to give you $60 because that's all I have. I didn't ask for you to come in. And then on top of that, you fucking took the condom off. You raped me. I didn't ask for none of this. I didn't ask for any of it, bro. So if I get if I get sick or anything, it's on you. And then she kind of got offended. She's like, "You're not gonna get sick." She showed me her phone and she showed me her test. She goes, "I get tested all the time." I said, "Okay, all right, no problem." But still, I don't appreciate you trying to you doing that and then trying to charge me whatever. So she's like, "All right, no problem, 60." So then I'm expecting her to fucking leave, Junior. She doesn't leave. She stays there. She lights up the blunt and we're smoking, we're drinking, and I'm laying down. And then she's rubbing my back, bro. Rubbing my back.
People got activated again, huh?
My man. So I go to take a piss. For whatever reason, she's in the bathroom. I don't know what the fuck she's doing in the bathroom. She's in the bathroom already. I go to take a piss. And she's looking at it, and then she holds it, and she's just slapping my nuts. I'm grabbing her titties, and then I start sucking her titties, and I grab her ass. My man, I'm fucking bricked up.
You might as well hit it raw again because you already did it, right?
Wow, what do you think I did?
You hit it raw.
I fucking hit it raw again. So I'm on top of her. I'm pounding her shit. Then I bend her over, and I got her doggy style, and I'm hitting it. But then I'm looking at her butthole. She's wet, bro. You ever just look at a girl's pussy and they just fucking, it's wet, and you can see it's wet?
Yeah.
So I pull out, I take my dick, and I just start playing with the wetness like a pencil in art. I don't know. Then I put in her butt, like I'm looking. I slowly start entering her butthole, and I'm looking at her face, and she's looking at me, and I'm like, okay, she's not stopping me, so she's letting me do it. So I slide right in her ass, and I just start fucking, bro. When I did that, she started screaming, bro, and that turned me on, and then I start going hard, bro, in her fucking butt. So I nut in her butt. I pull out, she cleans up, I clean up, and then she's like, look, you got to give me more money for that. I said, okay, I'll give you more money. I ended up giving her another 60, bro. I was like, yo, here, just take it. So she got her 120. I ended up giving her another 60. She let me fuck her in the ass, whatever. So she's there, she's drinking, and she's smoking her blunt. I'm smoking, I'm drinking. We're having conversation, and she's telling me about herself. And then that's it. She ends up leaving, and then I end up jumping back in the pool because something about me is like, yo, maybe the chlorine will clean my dick in case. So now.
Yo, but out of all that, did you get her number?
Yeah, I have a number. Yeah, I have a number. I found her on you know how the internet works and these phones work. I found her on Facebook and Instagram. Why, you want her?
No. She keeps walking in on you. I didn't even know if you had her number.
Yeah. No, eventually I said, let me save your number because it was a good time. So I jump in the pool because I'm like, yo, maybe my fucking the chlorine will clean me off real quick, burn whatever. But she did show me a test on her phone. So after that, I jump in the shower again. I dry off and I lay down, and I think that was it. I think that was it for that day.
And that was the last day.
Yeah. That's it. It was only like 2 days, bro. I said 3. It was only 2 days. I left on the third day, so it was technically just 2 days.
It sounds like you had a good time, brother. Now you gotta go get tested though, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm waiting for, but I'm gonna go get tested. I think because sometimes the STD, if you get something, it doesn't show right away.
Yeah, but it's been 2 weeks, so it's time.
Yeah, it's time. I'll go. But that was that, bro. That was my trip. I ended up fucking like, let me see, like 4 girls.
Well, hey, that's all you needed though, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that trip was definitely needed. I enjoyed myself. I didn't go out the hotel, but 2 times. That was to go to the pharmacy, and then that was to go to Copacabana to get some food, and that's it. I was supposed to go to Flip Flops. Like, I wanted to go, but I wasn't feeling like myself. I don't know if that makes sense.
Nah, yeah, bro. Sometimes just staying in and doing the thing is all you need. You don't need to do all the other shit. You know what I mean? Once you go back the next time, then you can do your thing. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. So, I mean, I had a good time.
Plus, this trip was like impromptu. You didn't plan it. It wasn't like coordinated right. You just went. So the next time, you'll have everything planned out. You do it how you want. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. That's a whole fact. This chick, she butt herself in my business. So remember I had said that I was supposed to see another chick, but the bartender ended up coming in her place?
Yeah.
So I hit her up, like, I'm like, yo, where are you? And she goes, I'm sorry, I'm not even in Sosua. I was like, oh, okay, no problem. So that worked out perfect. She was in Santiago, I think, which is like an hour and a half away or some shit like that, or an hour away. I don't know, but it's about an hour away. So I wasn't gonna wait on her. I was like, it worked out perfect.
Yeah, she just said, fuck it. Well, shit, bro, that's it.
That's pretty much my little trip, bro.
Well, I'm glad you had a ball, brother. You deserve it. It's been 3 fucking years, so you needed that.
Yeah, I'm glad. Bap is already planning to go out again. He wants to go back soon, ASAP.
All right, brother. I got to bounce, man.
All right, bro. Hang up. I'm about to wrap it up.
All right, brother. Later, man.
Say something for the audience.
This is Junior. I'm out. I'll be back here. I don't know when, but I'll be back.
Later. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Junior. So I think I said it before. We have that episode, the Junior episode. I gotta start editing it, but the reason I haven't edited it. The reason it's not edited is because the moment I do it, I'm gonna want to publish it, and I'm waiting on Junior to give me the green light. He's got some personal shit going on in his life, some legal things going on. And I don't want to put him in a bad position. So once his legal situation is good, then I will edit that episode. I will upload it, and you will hear all the fuckery that Junior has gotten himself into. As far as myself, I have some things planned next couple weeks. So hopefully I can keep coming back at you with some good content. I want to thank all you guys that have been reaching out. Listen, if you want that Telegram group, the links, let me know. Reach out to me on Instagram. I got you. Pat, I'm waiting for Pat. So I know he's gonna listen to this. Pat, once Pat goes to his trips, I will be looking forward to him to doing another episode with him. He said he might go out in May to Cartagena, and I think June or July to Sosua. So I'm definitely looking forward to speaking to him. And I got him into the WhatsApp group on the Dominican WhatsApp group. Excuse me. So hopefully we'll get some feedback from him about that. Like I said before, it's not a necessity, but it's good because you get to network, you get to hear from locals. You get to hear from guys that have experience. And when these women, they come from all over the country. So they'll announce, hey, I'll be in Sosua this week. Then, it's kind of like, oh, shit, she's bad as fuck. It's kind of like first dibs. That's pretty much what that is. I think that's it, man. Well, that's all, folks. I'm your host, Nano, and this is the Chat Circus. If you'd like to get in contact with us, you can click the link on this episode's description. To my audience, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you reaching out. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Don't be worried about me not interacting with you. I definitely love interacting with the audience members. If there's anyone in the audience member that has a story, a mongering story they want to share, I'm down to listen to it. You could call in and we could do an episode. That's all, folks. Thank you.